Before placing the cover on the drum, inspect the gasket and gasket seat area. Ensure that the gasket is properly seated and there is no contamination from other external surfaces that have been picked up on the inside of the cover or gasket. Ensure that the cover is flat when approaching the drum opening. This will help prevent any contamination from dropping into the container. Place the cover on the drum. Place the closing ring on the cover, starting at one end and working it onto the other end. Go over the closing ring to ensure it is wrapped around the bottom curl of the drum and the top of the cover. If covers are left off of the drum for long periods of time or covers were not installed at the time of manufacture, the gasket may expand to its original size, making it difficult to compress. If so, you may either compress the gasket using weight on top of the cover, or gently tap the ring closure to begin compressing the gasket. Once you've closed the ring closure enough, you will be able to insert the bolt through the lug and screw on by hand to catch the first few threads. The bolt should engage the threads easily and with little resistance. If you feel that the bolt has locked or is not threaded properly, stop, back off, and retry. This will prevent the bolt and lug from cross-threading. Using a torque gun, start tightening the bolt. When the bolt is about halfway tightened, prior to the high end of the specified gap, stop and use a rubber mallet to gently tap around the outside of the closing ring, tapping the closing ring from the side. Complete tightening the bolt to the torque specified on the closure instructions. For bolted ring closures, you will need to obtain both a torque and specified gap. The gap distance is the distance between the ring ends. It is recommended that you attempt to close the ring with the aim of having the smallest amount of specified ring gap, whilst meeting the specified torque. This can be achieved if we alternate the torque and tapping of the closure. Once torque is achieved, you may find that additionally tapping the closure from back to front will allow you to continue torquing and reducing the gap. Check the gap distance to ensure it is within the ring gap specified on the closure instructions. The closure instructions will detail the method used for closure when the drums were tested. They contain written instructions and the specified torque at which the package must be closed. Ensure that you can locate and match the ring closure provided on the drum to the closures indicated on the closure instructions. Please do not proceed if you cannot match the ring closure on the package to the closure instructions, or if the ring closure has been substituted for a closure that cannot be matched to the instructions. If in doubt, please contact Greif Technical Services at techserve.questions@greif.com. The latest closure instructions are provided with each shipment of new drums and will accompany the packing slip, or with the manufacturer's test report. In the event you do not have this document, please contact Greif Technical Services at techserve.questions@greif.com. There are two types of bolts available. The shoulder bolt does not require a jam nut. Standard bolts may be accompanied with a jam nut. If a jam nut is present on the closure, ensure that it is tightened up to the threaded lug.